Hello, my name's Shalise. Welcome out, everybody, to my The Sun series review, everybody. Here's the thing. This show is phenomenal. This is one of my most underrated TV shows I have ever watched in my entire life. This is the best Western TV show I've ever seen. And I have seen Deadwood, I've seen Hell on Wheels. Now, a lot of people dismiss this show because a lot of people don't like Pierce Brosnan for some odd reason. To me, this show has something much better than what Deadwood and Hell on Wheels did. One, it didn't outstay its welcome. It didn't drag on for so many seasons, and then it lost focus point of what the story was about. It ain't like Deadwood, where Deadwood didn't really have an opportunity to end his story correctly. What is The Sun about? The Sun stars Pierce Brosnan. His character's name is Eli McCullen, and we get two different storylines for his character. We get two different viewpoints. We get one viewpoint of him as a Native American. He's a young settler in America. At the beginning of the first episode, he's captured by Native Americans after his family is killed off, and he's raised by them, by the Comanche and all this stuff. And during this time, we get flashback scenes, and we get the new Eli, how he's older and all that stuff. The old Eli, we see how he becomes one with the natives. We get such great characters that are in his life. We got Toshaway, a surrogate father to him. He also has a relationship with a woman named Prairie Flower and an Indian. He also has a relationship with another capture settler named Ingrid, and his relationship with her is interesting. Him interacting with the tribe and learning about the Indian ways and the Comanche way and trying to become more and trying to prove his worth was just entertaining. The flashback scenes are excellent. I loved every single moment of it. It really just drives his character of where he's going to go in the not too distant future. And where his future is, that basically this entire show is taken from other people. Like, the settlers took the lands from the Indians try to take what's back theirs, and doing so they're going to try, everybody's trying to take what they want and all that stuff. And Eli, older, he has his wife, he doesn't have his wife, he has his two children, he has his granddaughter, he has a family to look after, he has a ranch and all that stuff. But the cattle business is no longer viable right now. Right now, there is a Mexican war going around, like the Mexican Revolution is happening across the border. There's getting a lot of bandits on their side in Texas, and Eli's trying to struggle with it. And Eli is not struggling with it. He's trying to go into the oil business, and he's risking everything to get his family prosperous, to build a legacy. He wants to build a legacy, and it's all about taking upon his neighbors. And also, if he has to kick some Mexicans out, he's going to do that. If he has to be vicious, he's going to be vicious. He also has a great interaction with his sons Pete and Phineas, his two sons, how they are distinctly different from each other, and there are different viewpoints of their father, like split personalities of his father and all that stuff. And I love Eli's character. I love his relationship with his son Pete, his youngest son. He has a great relationship with his granddaughter Jeannie, who he's really building an empire for, and basically how he wants her to take over the business, if anything. But what this show does is such a great tale, but not only with dealing with family issues. It's all about, like, what people believe that what they deserve, how they are going to take what they want. This is strictly basically an oil business, but it's also about what nature and nurture. Like, as Pete says to his father, you start killing people, things are going to go back to the bad ways and all this stuff. And then to worse of times. And Pierce Brosnan's character Eli is just like, you say reverting back. You say we're going to worse times. I say we're going back to original state. And you see how he's conflicted with his past as a Comanche and his savagery, and also the beauty of the land that he adores, and what kind of man he ultimately is going to be. And he doesn't care as long as there's a legacy. He's split between what he's going to do and what he should not do. During this entire time, we also got Pete, who's has backstory with his neighbor named Maria Garcia, and they have a great love story and all that stuff. You know, she's a Mexican, he's a white settler, and all this stuff. They are in love and all that stuff. Some people say it's like Romeo and Juliet, but to me, it just makes more interesting thing. The Garcias don't like the McCullens and all this stuff. The McCullens don't like the Garcias, in a sense. They're neighbors and they respect them. But if they have to take one down, they're going to take them down and all this stuff. This deals so much with the cattle business, with the oil business, about people taking in upon people, how the Mexicans were screwed over their land in Texas, and all this stuff, and how just one instance in Eli's backstory in his flashback as an Indian could traumatize and to basically start an entire curse upon the family, and it's up to each of those family members to whether or not they're going to continue this curse. Like, you see so much suffering for this family and all this stuff, and you wondering where it's all come from and all that stuff. Why is it like this? are these people being treated like this? It's because of the past things and what people continue to do. And a lot of characters are always saying to each other, is this, like some people says God has nothing to do with this and all this stuff. This is a great story. It's a simple, old-fashioned story that I absolutely love. This is easily one of the best Western stories I watched and all that stuff. That one of the best Western TV shows I have enjoyed. And again, I prefer this over Hell on Wheels, especially since Hell on Wheels went a disaster turn in season 4. And I like it better than Deadwood, since Deadwood didn't had a good amount of time to wrap up its story and all that stuff. And I know what their overall arc of Deadwood was, and overall arc of not Hell or High Water, but Hell on Wheels and all that stuff. But for this TV show, The Son, it's all about basically the son. And it's just a simple, great story of Eli, a son of a Comanche and all that stuff, a son of a settler raised by Comanches, to building up an empire, to trying to get into the oil business, to stop the Mexicans from stopping him, not stopping on his land, but basically he's trying to stop people from affecting him. He's trying to. It's just a nice struggle of the human spirit, of people just struggling for the better nature of what they want. Do you want to be good? Do you want to be bad? Do you want to have greed in your life? Where's all the repercussions in the world? They have some great, and it's only lasted for 2 seasons, and I kind of wish we had 3 seasons, but overall this story was simply amazing. They told their story at the end, and even though I felt it was a little bit kind of rushed, the series The Son is phenomenal. Again, I love the relationship between Pete and Maria. I think they're an underrated love story right there. I think Eli is a great character. I think he's one of the best TV show characters of all time. His conflict of whether or not to be a good person or a bad person, to basically savagery, and about his lines that he do not cross, and yet eventually will cross for the sake of legacy and the sake of becoming powerful with his family. And you also have such great characters as Jeannie, Phineas, Pete's wife Sally. I mean, there's so many great characters of this show. The flashback scenes, you have Ingrid, a great character, Prairie Flowers, Toshaway. There's so many great characters of this show. Each character is phenomenal. Flashback scenes are awesome. Every single episode is a much watch, in my opinion. I say maybe 1 or 2 episodes wasn't worth it, but overall it's only like a 20 episode TV show. It's only 20 episodes, I believe, the TV show, this entire series, or 16, but overall this entire series is phenomenal. I think The Son is an underrated TV show. You must definitely check it out. And again, there's nothing more I can say other than The Son is a fantastic TV show. I don't know what people's hate with the show is. They don't like apparently they don't like slow pacing. Maybe there's not enough action scenes. Maybe there's not enough gunfights and all this stuff. To me, I don't prefer that. Deadwood was not an action-packed show. Deadwood was good because of its characters, and even though it didn't have like a lot of battles and all this stuff, Deadwood to me was a great show. Hell on Wheels was a great show for most of its time. I mean, they kind of hicked up and they kind of screwed things over a bit, but not a bad show. Hell on Wheels or Deadwood. And I think those 2 shows are great. I don't think a lot of Western shows get a lot of credit for. And the fact that The Son was only canceled after 2 seasons, and I think they could have gone 3 or 4 seasons total. But to me, I enjoyed what The Son did. The Son was a fantastic TV show. This is one of my underrated TV shows of all time. This is one of my favorite AMC shows of all time. This was a phenomenal show. So let me know what y'all think, everyone. Did you watch The Son? Are you looking forward to watching The Son? I hopefully did not spoil anything for you guys, but overall, it's a great human story. It's a great old-fashioned story. To me, The Son is what old-school TV shows should be about. This is great storytelling. This is great stuff. And the fact that this show was canceled after 2 seasons, but yet we'll get, like, so many seasons of The Kardashians and all the stupid fucking reality TV shows and all that stuff. But to me, The Son is an old-fashioned Western TV show. It's phenomenal. It's glorious. I love it. The Son, amazing TV show. So yeah, everyone, let me know what y'all think, everyone. Subscribe if you like. Discretion abundantly. Comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. Respect yours. Where's your personal opinion, everyone, about The Son, the TV show? Name's Elise. I'm for everybody. Bye.